to Joy of the Feast with Chef Lisa Brooks in the house. Now, today we're going to do something super awesome. This is another one of my basic lessons. This is a response to a Facebook post where you told me that you have a hard time cooking perfect steak. So I'm going to first of all show you how to sear a perfect steak, how to season it, how to marinate it, and how to cook it and make it super yummy, tender, perfectly cooked, and you will not ruin an expensive piece of meat. So we're just going to jump right into this bad boy. I have here the filet mignon of steaks. Literally, it is a beef filet. This is cut from a whole beef tenderloin, and it is literally like the perfect piece of meat. It's super tender. Even if you like your steaks medium well or more well cooked, this is a perfect steak for you because even if it is cooked to a higher temperature, it's still going to be a tender piece of meat because where this lives on the cow, it doesn't get much exercise, so it doesn't get tough like some of the other cuts of meat. So it stays nice and tender. It's called the tenderloin. And so when you cut a steak off of the tenderloin, it's called a filet mignon. So what we're going to do is show you how to make this perfectly. So I've got my nice piece of steak here. What you'll notice about steaks, usually when you buy a filet, sometimes they'll have it trussed for you, which means they'll have it tied up for you. Sometimes not. So they're never kind of perfect pieces of meat, but you like them to sear evenly and perfectly. So I am going to use a little twine to just tie the steak around, and that just holds it nice into a nice little disc, particularly if you want your steak, you know, it's a nice thick piece. You can see that. It's about 1.5 inches maybe, 1.75 inches. And if you have a nice thick piece of steak like this, and you're not going to butterfly it, you don't want it to be, you know, well done or medium well. You want to keep a nice warm red center. Then you tie it up so it can hold its shape, nice and round, and then it'll hold together while you're searing it. Now I'm going to show you how I season this bad boy. Now, this is my seasoning. This is my go-to seasoning for steak. When people are at my dinner parties and they bite into my filet mignon or a beef tenderloin that we're on a slicing and carving station, it's like, oh my God, what did you do to this meat? It's so well seasoned. And I'm going to tell you my secret. First time ever sharing the secret with you or with anyone, to be honest. And what I'm doing is putting some brown sugar, and I really don't ever measure brown sugar, and some low sodium soy sauce, okay? Again, it's a marinade, so you don't really have to measure. We just want to get it all in there. I'm going to put a little bit of pepper, just a little bit of pepper, teeny bit of salt because you got that soy sauce, which is giving you some of that salinity. Now, I would typically do this overnight. You could do it a minimum of 30 minutes to give your steak some flavor. For today's purposes, I am just going to go ahead and sear this bad boy. But you just let it sit. You can cover your bowl, just put it in the refrigerator. When you get home from work, go change clothes, get something comfortable, come back, it'll be totally flavor ready to go. Now, even if you were doing a whole beef tenderloin, let's say it's a holiday, Mother's Day, Christmas, something where you're doing a whole beef tenderloin, I put that bad boy in a garbage bag and pour a whole bottle of soy sauce and like a half bag of brown sugar, and my other secret ingredient is a bottle of Dr. Pepper. I'll put it in there and let it marinate overnight. It is the best beef tenderloin ever. I mean, you could do the Dr. Pepper here. That's totally not necessary. It really just adds more sugar to the mix. But brown sugar and soy sauce is like a perfect combination for me. So I've got it marinated, and I've got a grill pan on over here. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to have you walk over here with me to the stove, and we're going to show you how to make perfect sear marks. So right this way, I need to grab a pair of tongs. I'm going to take my meat. This is like, this is going to be screaming hot, okay? Because we want to get grill marks right away. I'm going to cut that off and I'm going to put it right on there. You hear that sound? That's what you want to hear. You want to hear the sizzle right away. Now you'll notice on the grill pan, you know, we've got some lines here, right? So if you can imagine that this is a clock, this is 10, and this is 2. When it's time to turn the steak, and again, I've got this on like 7, so it's like a medium-high heat. And I had it on heating for a while so that I could get that steak screaming as soon as I get it on. I want to sear it as quick as possible, let that meat kind of seize up, get some nice marks on it. Now to get the crosshatch marks, so you see a nice fillet with those grill marks on it. What we're gonna do, obviously you do this on the outdoor grill too, but I have a nice grill pan, so you do this in the wintertime or whatever, or you can do it outside on your grill. So I'm gonna take my tongs like 10 o'clock, pick up the steak. Oh, wait, this is an important point. The steak did not move from the pan. So that steak is telling me, hey lady, I'm not ready to be moved. Your steak will tell you, your meat will tell you when it's ready to be released from the pan. If it doesn't release easily, it's like it ain't done yet. So leave it alone, okay? So I'm gonna keep just checking it. It will release itself. And then we'll turn it, we'll go from 10 to 2, and after that we'll turn it around. Now I'm just getting a sear on it. I'm not trying to cook it all the way through the grill pan. I certainly could, but I want to show you a basting technique as well. So I'm just getting grill marks on it first, and then I'm going to turn it over right where it is. All right. Look at those grill marks on that steak. Absolutely beautiful. Now again, as I said before, I'm not trying to cook the steak off of the grill. I'm going to go into a saute pan and baste it. But I did want to get those nice grill marks on it, so when you present it, it looks like those old commercials that cowboys cut into a steak. Awesome, right? All right, so I'm gonna turn this off. So I got it in a saute pan. We're gonna keep these nice grill marks here on the top. What I'm gonna do is add an ungodly amount of butter. This is the South. We cook with butter. But trust me, every restaurant you go into, this is what they do with this steak, because this makes it super awesome. I just want to get that burn. I've got this about 300 degrees, so it's about like a medium high heat. Maybe a 7 on your stove top. Just want to get that butter nice and melted. I'm going to throw in some thyme leaves. Now, this is just to, you know, give a nice fragrance to the butter. Also, a couple of garlic cloves. This is just to make that butter nice and fragrant. I'm going to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. This is keep the butter from burning. The smell of the garlic and butter is crazy right now. It is like, wow, super amazing. Check my other side. I don't want to mess up my grill marks. Now I'm going to do this with my hands. This is one way I can tell the steak is done or not. It's by tapping it. Now that is medium rare steak right there. Let me show you a little trick. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit more. Probably like 250 degrees. Alright, we don't want to cook too quickly. And I'll baste it in between. But when you want to know, now granted, you can use your meat thermometer. I've already told you that in other lessons. Always have a meat thermometer. You can check the temperature of the steak and get it exactly how you want it. Just short of meat thermometer, this is a little trick for you. So you just feel the steak. When you do your fingers like this indicates the different temperature of the steak. If you feel this little fatty part of your hand right here, as you switch, you'll find it gets more tense. So this is your medium well steak. This is a medium steak, the medium rare, and that's a rare. You can try it. You can try it right now. Come on, do it. Get your fingers together, and then you'll be like, oh, the tension changes in your fingers. Just take it off. I'm gonna let it sit there. You know, it's got to get its thoughts together. It's got to, like, you know, figure out what just happened to me right now. Like, I got chopped and seared, basted. So it's got to get its mind right. And then it's got to just relax and say, okay, I'm off the heat now. I can distribute my juices back throughout all of my fibers and just relax. I want a relaxed steak. Right now, it's pretty, you know, freaking pissed off because I seared it. So we're going to let it cool down, get a calm head, and then we're going to cut into it. But meanwhile, I'm going to show you how to make a compound butter. This is something I do, you know, at a nice fancy dinner party. I'll top it off. You know, sometimes when you go to a restaurant, they call it a maitre d' butter. But it's a compound butter. You can do anything if you use your creativity here, okay? There's really no wrong way to do it. You can do any flavors that you want. I've done, you know, blue cheese or gorgonzola butter. I've done red wine butter, balsamic, you know, garlic butter. Today I'm doing a shallot garlic butter. So I've got some softened room temperature butter here. Nice and room temperature, as you can see. That's what we want. Leave it out for an hour. They'll be fine. I'm going to add about a clove of minced garlic to that. I chopped up some shallots. Shallots are in the garlic and onion family. It's like a hybrid between garlic and onion. Super amounts of flavor. We got the bite of the onion. It's a little sweeter. Doesn't have quite that sting of garlic. But it's in the family. Lots of health benefits to fresh shallots and fresh garlic. So I'm going to add a little bit of, because you know me, you see my videos, I like color, I like to have a little something, you know, make it pop for the people. So I put a little bit of parsley in there. I could use tarragon, I could use rosemary. I'm ready to rock and roll with this steak, and it ain't gonna wait for that. So I'm gonna just take a couple of spoons, making a nice little packed, or quenelle we call it, and place this bad boy right on top of that stick. That's just what, people? Extra flavor. Extra flavor. That's what we want. You gotta marinate, you gotta season both sides, then you baste with more flavor, then we top it with more flavor. That's how you make a perfect steak. You cook it perfectly, you buy the right cut in the first place, you cook it perfectly, you season it perfectly. There's just no way you can go wrong. Literally, you can make a perfect steak every single time. So that's a perfect steak. Now, if you did twine on your steak, don't forget it's there. Don't serve it to your guest or to your family with the twine on it. So you can take some kitchen shears. I'm just going to take my little knife here. Always cut away from yourself. Just take the twine off. This is just the same stuff you have on your rotisserie chickens, or if you ever buy whole roast. Just kind of hold that meat in place. Just remember it's on there. You don't want to serve the stream to your children. Yeah. All right. So that is a perfectly cooked steak. This is just my little setup. I have just a little baby romaine lettuce there. See, this is like fancy, right? Fancy. Fancy on a Wednesday night, Tuesday night, whatever, for your family. They're going to be like, what? You know, if you're trying to butter up your spouse, butter them up with this filet mignon. I'm going to set that bad boy right on top of here. And I'll serve that to my guests at my dinner parties all day long. The perfect steak. I'm going to cut into it for a second. I'm going to give you a chance to take this in. Now, if you like this video, feel free to like it below, share it. Also, subscribe to the channel. Because here at the Joy of the Feast, or Joy of the Feast, we, Lord have mercy. Okay, let me turn that back around so y'all can see the loveliness of that medium rare steak. Oh my God. That is a perfect steak. See that, people? That looks like the old Winn-Dixie commercials. Who remembers the old Winn-Dixie commercials, man? That is a beautiful piece of steak. Cowboys out there grilling on that. Well, they were just cooking with fire, but we cut to that steak, and from then on in my life, all I ever wanted was a medium rare steak since I was a little girl. Absolutely gorgeous. So hopefully you enjoyed watching me make the perfect steak and you learned something, and hopefully you'll try it at home. If you do, feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know how you like it. Upload some pictures. Let us see what you've done making your perfect steaks at home. And don't forget to like, share this video, follow us on our Facebook page. It's Joy of the Feast. Also Instagram and Twitter. You can like our page on Facebook. come back again and watch me stir up some groceries. I'll be posting 2 videos a week showing you how to do amazing